Welcome to the Defeating Epilepsy Foundation YouTube channel. In this presentation, we will discuss what the American with Disabilities Act is, federal laws prohibiting discrimination, procedures related to discrimination charges, and filing a discrimination lawsuit. Make sure to like our videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the bell to be notified of future videos. Please click on our donate link in the description section below and donate today. Your donation helps us to make a difference for those battling epilepsy. We appreciate your support. This presentation is for educational purposes only. Any questions you have regarding the law or any situation needing legal advice, please seek advice from an attorney. The Defeating Epilepsy Foundation provides only educational resources and will not provide any legal advice or representation. Many individuals with epilepsy and other chronic illnesses have experienced employment discrimination. Many, however, do not understand what protections the American with Disabilities Act provide for them and what actions they can take in the event of being discriminated against. It is more important than ever to understand what the ADA is, what protections it offers, and the resources available to help in the event of discrimination. The American with Disabilities Act, known as the ADA, prohibits discrimination against people with disabilities in several areas, including employment, transportation, public accommodations, communications, and access to state and local government programs and services. According to the ADA, a person with a disability is a person who has a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more major life activities, has a record of such impairment, or is regarded as having a disability. Major life activities are activities that most people in the general population can perform with little or no difficulty. This also includes the operation of primary bodily functions. Title I of the ADA of 1990 prohibits private employers, state and local government, employment agencies, and labor unions from discriminating against qualified individuals with disabilities in different aspects of employment. This section of the ADA also requires employers with 15 or more employees, including state and local governments, to provide qualified individuals with disabilities an equal opportunity to benefit from the full range of every employment opportunity available to others. Title II of the ADA consists of all state and local government agencies involving employment and workforce-related practices regardless of the government entity's size. The agencies responsible for enforcing Title II of the ADA are the Office of Federal Contract Compliance Programs and the Civil Rights Center. The following sections under the Rehabilitation Act prohibit discrimination based on disability by federal agencies. Section 501 requires affirmative action and non-discrimination in employment by federal executive branch agencies. Section 503 requires affirmative action and prohibits discrimination by federal government contractors and subcontractors with contracts more than $10,000. Section 504 overviews the prohibition of a qualified individual with a disability from certain advantages. The advantages include, but are not limited to, benefits, any program or activity that receives federal assistance or is conducted by executive agencies of the United States Postal Service. It is important to define who is considered qualified. A person with a disability is deemed qualified if he or she can satisfy all skills required by the job, as well as he or she meets the educational and other job-related requirements of the position held or desired. Section 508 establishes requirements regarding information technology. This requires electronics to be developed and maintained by the federal government. All electronic and information technology should be accessible to individuals with disabilities. The following listed are all aspects of employment in which it is illegal to discriminate against anyone: job application procedures and job advertisement, recruitment, use of facilities, fringe benefits, retirement plans, disability leave, or other terms of employment, hiring and firing, testing, job advancements, transfer, layoffs, compensation, job training, and privileges of employment. If you think you have been discriminated against in employment based on disability, you should immediately contact your nearest Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. The following documentation must be provided to file a charge of discrimination: complainant's name, address, contact information. The same information must be provided by the respondent or defendant, including the number of employees, a description of the alleged violation, including dates on which it happened. A complaint of discrimination must be filed within 180 days of the alleged discrimination. In some cases, you are allocated 300 days to file, typically cases for ADEA charges or Age Discrimination in Employment Act. Once you receive a right to sue letter from the EEOC, you may file a lawsuit with a federal court within 90 days. Complaints concerning the Age Discrimination in Employment Act. A suit may be filed at any time 60 days after EEOC gives notice that it has completed action on the charge. If you have been discriminated against, you can call the following government organizations to see if you have a valid claim: the American with Disabilities Act Information Line, the ADA National Network, and the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. It is important, if you have experienced discrimination, to keep record of what date it happened on, the situation, and any parties that are involved. Having your information documented will help you in establishing your case. Despite the federal protections of the ADA, many companies and employers try to get around the law, many citing that the employee created a liability and was not fit for the position. Many who do this do not make proper accommodations for the employee, which they have the right to those accommodations under the ADA. In conclusion, the American with Disabilities Act, or ADA, prohibits discrimination against people with disabilities in several areas, including employment, transportation, public accommodations, communications, and access to state and local government programs and services. It is important to understand your rights in order to be able to advocate for yourself and prevent wrongful termination and other acts of discrimination. Contact the federal organizations that were listed in this presentation if you are experiencing discrimination to help you. To learn more about discrimination in the workforce, please check out the resources used in the presentation today. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media pages. We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below or email us at info@defeatingepilepsy.org. Thank you for your support, and together we will defeat epilepsy. Check out our other great videos and subscribe today. You have the power to defeat epilepsy.